Hi guys, Happy Gamer here on a slightly rainy night. Just figured it's been a while since I've released a video, so here's another RP Ramblings where I talk for a bit about something that whatever takes my fancy. And today I want to talk to you about hypnosis and those styles of moves that can take control away from a character, like charm and how we can use them. Now I decided to talk about this because the other day I was watching a program. Well, it was apparently a dating show. I watch reality too, I know. But it was a dating show where couples who were already together, who'd been together for a few years, like 4 or 5 years, and if believe that like the spark of the relationship's gone, they've fell into routine and the mundane. So this show, which involves hypnosis, obviously goes through a selection process to select the couples which are most susceptible to hypnosis, and apparently it's a special kind of level of hypnosis that only 3% of people are susceptible to, but they luckily found a couple that were both susceptible to it, which, alright, possible I suppose. And anyway, this form of hypnosis is kind of a hypnotic amnesia. The guy called it, where he basically hypnotized them to forget each other, completely lock away, didn't forget the memories, just lock them away from them. Well, I'm telling you how he put it. He said they get locked away, the memories, the feelings, everything about that other person. It's locked away, which, I mean, considering you spent 4 or 5 years with that person, that's a lot of things to lock away. And for all the audience's point of view, it worked. It actually worked. They did forget each other. They thought they'd been single for the past 4 years. He apparently didn't give them any information about what to replace those memories with over the past 4 years, but they just assumed that they'd been single for the past 4 years, and they were sent on blind dates and then a date with each other, and at the end of it they had to decide who they wanted that second date with, and then they were given their memories of each other back, and they got revealed to them who they chose, and lo and behold, it was each other. So showing, I don't know what it's trying to show, that love goes beyond memories. I don't know. I don't even know how it brings us back to a relationship forgetting each other, but alright. Not me that did it. I'm cynical when it comes to that. But anyway, in relation to that, because we have charm, we have other abilities and skills which the PCs can use and the NPCs can use to control or at least aggressively persuade other characters to do our bidding, other characters to perform actions for us. Now, that's basic hypnosis. We've all seen the shows where they make them behave like chickens or act like a baby or whatever. But what if we took that amnesiac hypnosis? What if it was a more difficult check, but they could get an NPC to forget it was even a warrior, to forget it was a mage, maybe to forget it was a level 10, forget all that experience it's earned, forget a certain skill. I don't know, maybe, what if we did that? Now, I'm saying NPCs because using those sorts of moves on the PC is quite difficult, because it's taking control away, or at least it's taking a lot of their control away, the player's control away from the PC. It can be done. You need to speak to your PCs about it. You need to make sure they're comfortable with losing control of their character or behaving in ways that they wouldn't usually. But if your PCs were up for it, why not? That would be an adventure. One of your PCs have lost their memories of being an adventurer, of being... Imagine getting to level 20 and all of a sudden losing those levels. All of a sudden losing even 5 of those levels. Maybe losing the memory that you're a warrior at all, or a bard. Or losing memories of your family or other loved ones. That would be an adventure, the party helping you to regain those memories somehow. I mean, in the show, they were regained through... They had their phones and other such things took away, so they didn't have... Because anything that would remind them of that other person would trigger their memories to flood back. Or may weaken the I believe he said it would weaken the hypnosis. It would weaken the hypnotic suggestions. But he did put in... I believe it was a memento in a box. He said, when you open this box and see this memento, your memories will return. And I mean, that must be very weird for someone, all those memories to return, and then also remembering that they've been out on dates, pretty much cheating on the person they're with. But I found that show very odd, very weird, very awkward, very wrong, by the fact that they weren't cheating, but they were cheating by going on these dates. Very weird, very unsettling. Made me feel a bit unsettled, that show. But anyway, so maybe they could find maybe it'd be going on back through the heroes or PC's past kind of thing to find that memento, to find that item that brings the memories back completely. You could have memories returning slowly as they visit familiar places or see familiar people. And another thing that show taught me was how the mind works when it loses a memory. Because when he took their memories away, he didn't give them any memories to replace them with. All those memories that they were doing things with him were just gone. Like, those memories that she was with him were just gone and he was with her were just gone. They were replaced with other relationships. Their mind made up other relationships to explain the gap. Made up things on the fly to explain what they were doing in that memory. Because when they were asked, how long have you been single? They both said the 4 years that they were actually together for, but they began talking about relationships they'd had within that time. They'd had long-term relationships, short-term relationships, one-night stands, that kind of thing. You could bring that into the game. When PC loses a memory, they don't lose a memory in their eyes. They haven't lost anything in their eyes. Their life's just changed. They've been doing something else in those memories. Instead of adventuring, they've been at home farming or working at the local hospital or something else, something that maybe matches their interests, that their brains just went, well, I like doing that, so we were doing that during that time. Be a very interesting thing to look at, that, but it's more something that the PCs would do to their NPCs on a very difficult check. But if your PCs are into it, then great. It could create an adventure, could create a moment. Maybe it doesn't last that long, maybe it lasts for the course of the battle until whoever's hypnotized them dies. Maybe that's how you do it. But I feel it would make for a very, very interesting concept to not just have those hypnotic style abilities as something to just control or suggest, as a suggestibility. Just maybe have where they lose to recover, maybe they lose their memories, maybe they lose their abilities through losing their memories, maybe they gain new abilities, maybe their brain comes up with new, they went down a different path. Instead of a warrior, they went down the mage's path. So although they don't know the spells properly, they think they know the spells and go running off trying to cast magic missile and such. Or maybe they had skills before they became a warrior as a bard, and that's all they remember being, a bard. That would be great for multi-classing. Maybe they just believe they're a bard. And the way that would work is if you remove the warrior class from a warrior bard or a warrior rogue, they would just think that they were fully that, and they would get the stats for fully that. They would maybe. So it's definitely something to think about, and just let me know what you think of that idea, because I think it'd be quite an interesting idea to explore, and I may bring it up in one of my upcoming, I think more a campaign, not a one shot. A one shot would be you wouldn't be able to explore it properly. I think this would work best for a campaign, unless it's the PCs doing it to the NPC. But for an adventure, I definitely think part of a campaign. But anyway, as I say, let me know what you think, and subscribe and like the video please, and I'll see you next time. Bye.